So we had an uptrend day yesterday. Kind of broke out of the recent consolidation on the SPY. This morning we are at the all-time high. Least path of resistance now is to the upside. Here's what we look like since the election. Big up, consolidation, break, big up, a longer consolidation of about 6 weeks. So certainly I've spent enough time moving sideways to have another leg higher. The most natural level would be 230 from here. Whole number divisible by 10, the way people think. So at the end of the day, there's a little bit of selling. After hours, we drifted back up, but we did stay above this 227.50 we talked about in yesterday's morning meeting. Now we're a dollar above that. Right on the open, as long as we hold above yesterday's high, we must maintain long bias until we at least get over. I'm still holding calls that I bought a couple weeks ago, maybe. They're March 235s. If we do get up close to 230, I will sell probably a quarter of those over the next few weeks. If we can push higher, I'll scale out of another quarter, and then we'll see. So IWM, we were down, testing those low 133s we were talking about last week. On Monday we tested that. Yesterday we ran up to 36. This morning back up to kind of where we failed. I guess this is the beginning of last week. Shorted a little bit here in the pre-market and 36.70s. We'll watch on the open to see. We flush back down below these failure areas, those last few failures. We're holding above 137 after the open. It sets us up to test that. So that's the picture there. All right, we're getting into now. A bunch of things starting to report. STX. Let's take a look at the daily on this one. So this one gapped up on good earnings 2 quarters ago, July, to 26.90. And so this move from here, this gap up to where we are in the pre-market, is a 50% move, which is a lot in 2 quarters. We're not even saying, from here it's almost 100%. But from where the 2 reports ago started, it's about 50%. It's a big move. So similar to what we saw in Bobby yesterday, some profit taking in the morning. I'm going to look for the same thing here. Certainly from a longer term perspective, this downtrend is broken now. I think we're going to be watching to see, I guess, if it can work its way all the way back up into this area here over the next couple of months.
Those like little passive stakes end up turning into secondaries like a week or 2 later. So that's basically using any pop when it gets short. If you establish kind of a position.
I shorted a little bit into here.
So just hold a small position.
Let's see. Looks like now it's going to test this 43, where it topped out in the after hours yesterday. So what I would look for is what happens at 43. Does it go through? Does it come back down? Get below 42.50, 42.60, let's say. Have a larger 38. It's $5. $2. This area right here.
Looks like we got that so far. So
That'd be about 40% pullback of the move right there. Want to be nimble on it. It's 3.7 million shares, so we're probably looking at 8 to 10 million shares today. There should be plenty of liquidity to trade it. The next one is EATS. Sorry, EAT. For some reason I put EATS on the sheet. Revenues weren't good. Guidance wasn't good. Normally trades 1.5 million shares.
Don't be hitting lows on something like this. Had that big move.
So this one just failed double top to 55 and came off. So when I see a guy down like we did in this, I say to myself, was some of that already priced in? It just came off a bunch recently. So it's at this longer term support area, 44. Can I put that on the sheet? I put 44. It's 44.70 though, really. And I guess 44 was the low here. Maybe that's why I put that in there. So that's the spot.
This one, plenty of liquidity.
There's not enough volume to really judge if people are going to step in and buy it here, but this is the spot where we look for people to buy it. And if this really was priced in terms of based on the recent down move from the 50s, you could probably see a pop back up into this area right here. I don't know if you'll get the soft gap fill. 46.20 would be your soft gap fill. 46.50.
So on something like this,
we're going to need some more volume. Thanks, Brian. 10 a.m. conference call on ETH. So certainly people right when that starts will be selling or buying into it. You might get a quick dollar move in either direction before things settle in. Cree. So Cree, this is one that I actually used to own years ago. It made a move a few years ago from 30 to 70, which made no sense to me on the fundamentals. But I guess people believe that the LED light bulbs were becoming popular. I think people probably thought that because that's their business, that was the deal. So that was back in 2012-13. Since then, it's just that business didn't really pan out the way people thought, and it drove it all the way back down to the 30s. And then more recently, in the last year, it's basically consolidated between like the low to mid 20s. And every time it tries to kind of break to the upside, it fails. And so that's my thought process there, is it'll have to break to the upside again. If you just look at the numbers versus expectations, they look good. I just know, here's this consolidation. It broke out above $28. It did run it to the low 30s, which was pretty good. Got above this area here. And then came right back down into 28. So this morning it's above 28. GLD coming off more. So that GLD was a nice failure at 116.
So, it's setting up nice. It's got a nice little flag there. So
maybe it'll like repeat this from yesterday's after hours where it spikes up a little bit on the open to 29, 29.40. And starts to hold below 28.90 and look for it to come in and test this 28 again. It's actually kind of exactly what it did in the after hours yesterday. It rolled through, went to 27.70. The fact that it's a little bit higher in the pre-market might give people an opportunity to sell into this 29. But could very easily see it fill in the gap like it tried to do in yesterday's after hours. Does look less than a million, but you could do a couple million shares easily today. The next one is LOGI. This is actually thinner. It looks like they're on a conference call right now. Normally does a 500,000 shares. They beat and raised. I put this further down on the list just because it's thin. Same way PII was very thin yesterday and just difficult. You can see it's also what's it called? It's also an ADR, so this is not its home market. That's why it looks very spotty on the daily. Right now, 29.5 bid. So they ran it up from 8 to 16. Now it's almost from 16 to 30. It's almost another double. I'll be curious to see if we start to get some profit taking either today or tomorrow. based on the size of the run-up. It's done 80,000 shares in the pre-market. I don't have the quote in its home market, so it looks like it's holding its gap over there so far. So BOBE, this one's kind of interesting. They basically, they're in the I don't know, the food business, and also have a series of restaurants in different parts of the U.S., which they dump the restaurants, and they got a bunch of cash for that. They're going to pay a $7.50 special dividend. Right now it's up $1 million, and they're going to buy a potato business for like $150 million. So they have like this meat business, they're buying a potato business. For whatever reason, the management decided they'd be better off as a supplier than running restaurants. So far, the market likes it. It's up more than the special dividend they're going to pay. It's a very thin stock normally trades a couple 100,000 shares. Even on big news days like this, for it to get over 1 million shares would be a lot. 1.5, 1.3 to 2 million it's done a couple times in the last year. But I think if it runs up enough, 750 is a special dividend, it's up 9 now, up $9, $10. I could see people looking to sell, take profits there, and for it to come back down to an amount at least equivalent to the dividend. All right, BABA yesterday, we referenced this earlier in the meeting. They had great numbers. It had been bought ahead of the earning. It did get to the long-term resistance level, this 104. It failed there. The pre-market made a lower high right before the open. On the open, dropped down to 102 before quickly spiking up $1. Eventually bottomed out in the late morning. I was not on the desk for when this reversal pattern happened, but basically hit 100, spiked, made the higher low here. This is a very common pattern. We want to pay careful attention to this during earnings season, where stock either bottoms right on the open. So you tried the reversal right here and it failed. Once it kind of took out this 101.20 here. Then it did it again, 11:30, spiked up to the morning low, came in and then held. And what I like about the way this one is on the 5-minute, you actually saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 bars with wicks, where it was actually being bought around 101.30, it looks like. Excuse me, 130, which is $1 below where they were buying it right on the open. And then when it starts to tick up, you're above 60 cents. That's your potential reversal, and then your confirmation is when it holds above 101. And this is clean. It bounced up here to 35 cents. It came back in. It touched the breakout price, and then went up $1. And maybe the market helped it, but that's exactly what the type of behavior you're looking for if something reverses. If you caught this move here from 150 to 102, you're still holding 25%. You see today, maybe perhaps it continues to consolidate, and people like these numbers enough there where it'll push up into that 104 to 106 area. Triple M, this was the one thing that I made on the morning, which you probably heard me complaining about that I got stopped out of. I actually got the low print of the day right here. Buying into this 105, had the stop below 104.50, 174.50. Got a 43-cent print here. This one also had the reversal pattern. I suppose we did identify 175 as our buy price. So once it had this 1.5 up move and it pulls back to 175 here, this would be the spot to try to see if it makes the higher low, which it did. Then it could catch a consolidation and broke to the upside, and eventually over $3 from the low and 2.5 from a higher low here. So this was very tradable. Certainly could have made that opening trade money back easily. 50-cent loss or $1.50, $2 gain here. That's clean. And again, the reasoning there, the numbers were not particularly bad. It was down 4 or 5%. It's a blue chip stock. It's something you look to bounce when the fundamentals are okay, and it's down quite a bit on the open. And then finally, Verizon, VZ. This one, our idea on this one was see if it bounced off 50 on the open. It did. It touched it pretty much. That was it popped up 70 cents. It failed. Eventually, it did break below 50 in the middle of the day. And then went up a little bit with the market. Now this morning it got a couple of downgrades, so it's below 50. And we'll see now if that 49.90 to 50 area becomes support, becomes resistance. If you look at the daily.
Bearish charts, or sorry, bullish charts with alerts, breakdowns.
Sheet. 49.70, I guess this was the support area here for a few days, but below that, looks like around 49.35 was where it wicked down to here, and then also was around the low of middle of these two big up days. And below that, there's really nothing down until closer to 48. Should be pretty sizable down move from the recent high. I'm more interested in the actual, if it fails at 50, if it comes into the 49.30 to 49.40 area. And that's it. So a bunch of things to look at. I put the more liquid things towards the top of the fresh news and the less liquid towards the bottom. There could be one or more good trades in each of those 5 stocks. Game plan them out, put your alerts in, scripts, whatever, how you're going to trade them, and take advantage of these things again. Be patient, and good luck.
Hope you enjoyed that video. You can actually watch that video if you're subscribed to our Trader 90 before the market even opens. What stocks are in play? What levels in those stocks are important? And how we might go about attacking that stock. That's Steve Spencer, 20-year veteran trader, laying it out there every morning before the market even opens. A really, really powerful tool to start your session off on the right foot. So right now we're offering a trial that you can take advantage of to access this meeting and other meetings throughout the day. We have a meeting at 11 a.m. Eastern where you can sit down with Mike Bellafiore and listen to him talk about what's going on during the morning session, what stocks were in play, what the best trade opportunities were, as well as maybe some things that we're looking at heading into the afternoon session. So I really encourage you to take advantage of that trial.